Yo, what's up, family? It's Mediazewtv. You already know we're back with the latest in hip-hop, entertainment, and everything in between. Today we're talking about RKelly. Yes, Kales, who's been making some bold claims from behind bars. Now listen, dude is locked up for what could be the rest of his life, but he says that's not stopping him from making music. In a recent interview on the Inmate Tea with A&P podcast, which dropped on March 2nd, RKelly made it clear that despite everything, he's still writing, still singing, and still creating music. He even called singing a beautiful disease that's uncurable. Basically saying that no matter what, he can't turn it off. Even in a federal prison cell, music is still his life. And when it comes to songwriting, Kales is claiming he's been putting in work. He told the podcast host, "I'm always singing. I'm always writing. I've written like 25 albums since I've been in here." Hold up. 25 albums? Now, if that's true, that means he's been writing more music in prison than most artists do in their entire careers. But here's the thing. Who's gonna produce them? Will we ever actually hear these songs? And would anyone even want to hear them, considering everything that's happened? But let's get to the real shocker. Kales is saying he's still fighting to get out. He told the podcast, "I'm working on getting out. I'm using patience as a tactic." Now, let's be honest. Patience is probably his only tactic at this point, because legally, his situation isn't looking great. His attorney, Gene Bonjean, backed up his claims, telling TMZ that the appeals process is far from over and that they're still fighting for his freedom. But let's look at the facts. According to Bureau of Prisons records, RKelly isn't scheduled for release until December 21st, 2045. So that's over 20 more years behind bars. And if that wasn't enough bad news for him, his sex trafficking and racketeering convictions were just upheld last month. So let's break this all the way down. RKelly was convicted in New York back in 2021 and hit with a 30-year prison sentence. But he wasn't trying to hear that. So he took the case to the Circuit Court of Appeals, hoping to get the convictions overturned. Well, on February 12th, that appeal got completely shut down. The Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in Manhattan basically said, "Nah, bruh," and ruled that RKelly exploited his fame to lure girls and young women into his grasp for over 25 years. But they didn't stop there. The judges also said that evidence from the trial showed he would isolate these women from friends and family, control nearly every aspect of their lives, and subject them to verbal, physical, and sexual abuse. That's a damning ruling. Now, here's the wild part. Kale's legal team isn't giving up. His lawyer called the decision unprecedented and is now planning to take the case all the way to the Supreme Court. But let's keep it real for a second. This might not go how they think. Why? Because the Supreme Court has already refused to hear a separate appeal from RKelly relating to his 2022 conviction in Chicago on child sex charges. If they weren't interested in that case, what makes them think they'll take this one? At this point, it's looking like RKelly is stuck in there for the long haul. But let's be real. What happens if he actually releases music from behind bars? Would a label pick it up? Would people even support it? And here's the biggest question. Should RKelly still have a place in music, or is he truly done? You all let me know in the comments. Do you think he has any chance of getting out? And what do you think about those 25 albums? Would you even listen to them? Go ahead and hit that like button. Just drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe to Mediazewtv. And remember, put God first, stay engaged, and stay informed. Peace. But they did.